Morning guys, it's Jenny here from Just Jenny Journaling. Welcome back to my channel. Quick, well, as long as it takes really, flip through today of Here and There. Just to say that I've done the flip through of Out and About, which is the one that Michelle decided that she would like to have. That's the lady who ordered, inspired these journals. And now, so she's having Out and About, and so Here and There and This and That will be listed in my Etsy store. Hopefully by the time you see this video they'll be listed. And just to say that my end of year 20% off sale on Etsy will start at the same time, and will include these two little goodies as well, if you fancy treating yourself as a little start to 2019. And that will be probably till the 31st of December that will run through. So just to let you know that, and let's get going with this. So this is a hardback journal, and it measures about 15 wide, and I would say 22 long. The spine's about 5 centimeters wide, and it's the spine, well, let me unwrap it, and it's wrapped in or tied with two laces. One's tea dyed, well, two trims really, they're like a cotton trim, and I've popped on the back a combination of the blue and the red lace on the spine. 3 signatures, one the same format as Out and About and Here and There. So it starts off with a signature all about different counties. And it's got a combination of sort of vintage fabrics as well, prints. So there's that there for starters. I think that looks really beautiful. And that there, she says, all sort of specific. And you know, you notice I've got lace pockets front and back, beautiful red lace. And the reason I've done the touch of red with this particular journal is because of the print in the front. So that's got the deep pocket in the back with the little journal card that you saw me do when I was doing my sharing videos. So 3 signatures. Each signature has 50 pages in it, so that's 150 altogether, 150 pages. That's 300 front and back, not including your extra journaling cards and bits and bobs. Okay, so I'll just go right into it. So that's a lovely vintage poster. And I've got little bits of the vintage poetry, not vintage, English poetry book. Don't know if you can see, I've actually just tea dyed lots of bits and pieces and popped that in that first signature, the Tim Holtz Cityscape of London. It's featured. What have I got down there? Right, can you see? Okay, shall we get ourselves a bit more organised? That's better, that's better. Okay, so fabric flips abound. Little collages with lace, paper, sort of scrapbooky paper, with the vintage fabric trim from a book. Sandwiches and flasks, I love that. Out and About, very, very English. And on the back there, I've actually just popped a little nostalgia tea postcard. Oh, sorry. Thermos and flasks there, if you can see that, from that little haul of nostalgia cards that I picked up last week. Do have the little stamp here, and again, that was, I think I shared it in my how-to video when I was doing this. Music paper with the collage or fabric cluster, a little bit of grid paper, is it grid? Squared, maths. And I've done the stamping on the bottom there, or well, on the side. I really love the way that's turned out. Really love the way that's turned out. I have the, remember that the vintage book on English counties? So I've popped some of those pages in. Berkshire, it's featured here. There are fabric little tabs all the way through with their own embellishments. I'll go through those at the end. So we've got, what's this one? That was, again, this is from that nostalgia. The River Ouse from the Lendal Bridge. That's in York. Okay. I love the way this looks, and that's from that the chintz curtains that I've picked up, and I keep going on about because I love them to bits. But they are featured quite heavily. There's little snippets of that in these journals because I think that sort of chintz fabric is quintessentially English. Beautiful vintage nostalgic kind of travel poster in the middle, center there. My daughter's having a little sing-song in the background, so that's her enjoying her sing-song. Basically got a little journal card here that I've popped in with the little script paper. I'll put that back on there. I'll put it back together. And again, I've done a little, just tipped in a little card, a little journaling card that actually has the Tim Holtz, well, you've got it there, and the cityscape stamp on the back, on the side there. Flips over. London and the Journey stamp, just a bit of stamping there. You've got your Tim Holtz cityscape here. Bit of a chintz tab, little collage cluster. There's plenty of places for journaling or just for tipping things in. I love the way that turned out, and I popped in a little postage stamp there as well. Very English. Haymaking, the appropriate picture. Cathedral cities. A little bit of a doily. That's the first. That's the first signature. The second is the Jane Austen signature, and this is taken from a book all about her. That is a portrait of her by her sister Cassandra, and it's sort of trimmed with lace on the front there. This is from the Royal Horticultural Society diary that I picked up recently, and heavily sort of tea stained. I love the way that's turned out. Little bits and pieces just tipped in for your, well, please do what you like with, really. Leave them in, take them out. Done some just little bits of stamping on the tea dyed. If you can see, I've just done a little bit of a collage in there. It's difficult to, there you go. You've got fabric, you've got washi and paper. Paper. A little bit from that book, vintage book on English furniture, which is lovely. Beautiful diagrams in it, lovely illustrations, I'd say, which I thought were quite in keeping. A little bit of ephemera. This is a little book, and this was from what date? What date? Does it say 1889? Can't actually see. 18. Anyway, you can see what it is. You can see what that is. Well, it's just tipped in for you. Oh, let's chuck it there for now. This is the tea-dyed little bit of page from Amazon. I picked up these papers, beautifully illustrated papers, and tea-dyed. They come out lovely. And I just put a little bit of very sort of feathery gold lace on the edges here, just to trim, add some interest. Popped in some vintage postcards. This is of a little lake in Wales. I won't even try to make you laugh by trying to pronounce the words. The Welsh places now. Is that stuck? It is. Right, we're going to have to do that a bit later, I think, guys, because that could be a bit of a massacre, couldn't it? Right, okay. So, yes, I've got my little book of Victorian gardens, is it? I thought I'd pop that in there just because it looked nice. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful images in there. There you go. And some botanical. Centre spread from Sense and Sensibility. The 2 illustrations there, which are lovely. And what have I done here? Lovely botanical, the nature diary. Done a little little collage here of lace, and I just popped in, if you can see that little postage stamp there. It's a Jane Austen themed postage stamp, so I popped that in there because I thought that was quite in keeping and really quite pretty. Music paper, another fabric tab with some lace. I think, was this? Yes, this is one of the postcard of Jane Austen's house in Chawton, now Jane Austen's House Museum. Let's pop that in there, I thought that would be of interest. Self-explanatory, self-explanatory. Tea-dyed paper, if you can see how beautiful that is just underneath there. There you go, some more tea-dyed. That's the end of the second signature, and I've just tipped this little beauty in there. Third signature, I did have to combine the two, the floral and the birds, because it would have been too bulky otherwise. But I've used a lot of Edith Holden, as you can see, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I must admit, I'm really pleased with this signature. Well, I'm pleased with the way it's all turned out. Done some collaging really on pages. Collaging, is it? Yeah, it's collaging, isn't it? When you put bits of paper on, you combine them. And there's a little bit of Tim Holtz, some of the Tim Holtz ephemera pieces, botanical pieces in there as well. This is tipped in. I think you saw me do these in the how-to videos. I think that looks so absolutely gorgeous, and I've basically distressed it to age it. So there, that's tipped in. Oh no, I can't do that. Again, guys, I'm trying to stick to under 15 minutes if I can. My phone decided again this morning to say that it had no storage. Oh, look at that. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? Really pleased with it. It's looking odd. It's not, my phone's not happy, guys. It's not happy. Anyway, just to, so you can enjoy that. Lots of florals. The center spread is the Edith Holden poppy. That's the other side. Absolutely gorgeous. We all love our florals, don't we? All love our florals. It's these simple things that make our hearts sing, and our birds as well. So tea-dyed, lots of images, fabric flips, beautiful images, and lots of room for journaling and for tipping things in. And the idea, as I say, was like as she potters around the countryside, picking things out that she really likes. She can pop them in this journal. So there you go. That's the that's here and there. I don't know if you can see. If I can just do a little, show you some of the charms on the little beady things on the tabs. There you go. And so that's it. Hope you've enjoyed this. The next one I'll be doing is this and that. As I say, this will be available by the time you see this. It will be available in my Etsy. Go and pop over and have a look. Take care, guys. Bye.